Center, Serge Torka, along with banquet and corporate manager Jennifer Lindahl. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Bart.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And welcome to Jackson.
Thank you so much. I'm not a resident here yet, so still waiting on my visa, but hopefully soon.
Well, congratulations on your acquisition.
Thank you.
So you are from where?
Toronto.
Toronto. How does someone from Toronto find property in Jackson, Michigan that is attractive enough for you to actually want to move your family here?
Yeah, so the reason that I got the property is I was looking for ways to build a better school for my kids. I'm a little bit disappointed with the quality of schools available in Toronto, and so the best path that I found is to kind of build my own. The building was just available in Jackson at a reasonably attractive price. Jackson has a really good history, and so I like the town. So that's how it came about.
And Jennifer, I don't think it's a secret that Don Finelli was looking for an exit at some point, and he put a lot of investment and really got it in good position to sell.
Yes.
And you've got a lot of tenants right now, but there's room for more.
Oh yes, there is. We're really excited. This is going to be nice.
So
for everyone.
You want to start the building is not a school, but it could be anything, right?
Yes.
So what kind of school are you envisioning?
Sure. So the plan right now is a charter school, and so basically there's a few different business models that I explored for doing this. For my own kids, an option was like homeschooling or private schooling. The issue that I have with those models is they kind of reinforce a world where people with money have well-educated kids, and then those without money, it's much harder to get access to great education. And so if you want to build a schooling model that works in underprivileged communities, pretty much the only viable business model that I see is around charter schools. So the idea is to build charter schools that start very early. So our aim is to start at age 2 rather than age 5. And there's some trickiness around there because it's actually not funded until age 5. So we actually acquired the daycare as well, Little Rainbows, which is in the building.
Oh, you have a daycare?
It's part of the bill. So
in the building?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the plan is to start kids from a very young age to read, starting at age 2 with a very heavy engagement by the teacher. So lots of one-on-one time, which is typically not found in today's schools. And so the idea is to take them from age 2 all the way to 18. And our 1-year goal is actually to teach all the 3-year-olds that are currently in the daycare to read. So by the time it's their 4th birthday, if they can, if you flip open a Harry Potter book to a random page and they can read 90% of the words on the page, then I think that's a great success.
Wow, at age 3. So I have a grandson that's going to be 3 next month. And, oh man, I don't think he can read a single word right now.
You should send him to Little Rainbows.
So what's your background? How did you build your fortune to buy the Commonwealth Commerce Center?
So back home I run a software company. And so all my life I've been in software. My dad taught me to write code when I was starting at 7 years old. And right after I graduated from university, I did a bunch of internships at some well-known tech companies, but they're kind of not for me. And so right out of university, I started on my own.
And you have a tech company, you own a tech company.
Yes.
What does it do?
So we're in the data processing business. It would probably bore you if I go into all the details.
Well, you would, because you had some Reddit threads talking about why you're coming here and what you've been doing, and I couldn't figure out what kind of business, what kind of tech business, because it's over my head.
Yep. So we're in the business of if companies need data or to process data to analyze it, we help them with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how old are your kids?
My oldest just turned 4. My youngest is a year and a half.
Oh wow! So just you want to get a school up and running by the time they're school age?
So I'm racing against the clock to get the school ready for next September when my oldest will be ready.
Wow. Are you a teacher, or do you have? Are you going to hire teachers then?
So the plan is to hire teachers. Our daycare is already, fully. There's teachers there that are fully accredited. I don't have a formal background in education, but I've done a lot of tutoring and I taught martial arts as well, so I've taught over the years maybe like 200 kids. And I also was exposed to, my parents are both teachers, my grandparents are both teachers. My father actually taught me math at a very young age, so also at like age 2 or 3. And I replicated his techniques. I wanted to test to make sure that that kind of works for multiple kids. And so I taught my oldest son to read at age 2. And so I think that with some technology, the model can scale to an entire classroom or even an entire school system.
Wow. Jennifer, the building, so you've got food service.
Yes,
So you could,
yes,
you've
yes.
got-
Well, he has the food service too.
yeah,
He has us all.
it's all,
Yes,
and you've
yeah.
got a lot of, so how do you envision the building? So like would it be like separated floors or?
The daycare will be on, or the school is going to be located on the second floor where the college was.
I would say,
Career Quest was.
oh, okay, curriculum. So it's already been it has been an educational
Yes.
facility
Yep.
a few times, I
Yes.
think. So, and I think it's been a training
Yes.
center too.
Yes, for Allegiance.
Yeah. The Epic.
Henry Ford.
Yeah.
mhm.
Two of the I would say two of the biggest assets, Serge, are as you know, the City View ballroom, and then the main ballroom, the event space. Plan on keeping everything that's been
Everything that's
popular?
currently there is going to continue running
Okay.
as it has been. Hopefully, we have even more events than we've had in the past.
So what kinds of things, besides the school, do you want to add, or how do you see it maybe down the road in 5 years?
Sure. So I have some ideas for businesses that are kind of family-friendly businesses that seem to be lacking in Jackson. So things like escape rooms, like VR arcades, things like that. Just things where, like a board game cafe, where families can go and like hang out, and even kids, like, because if we have a school, they're going to want to do wholesome activities after school. And so I think there's opportunity to build a bunch of small businesses that kind of fulfill that need.
Well, in addition to buying the building and moving your whole family to a new country,
Yes.
was it a hard sell at home?
I think my wife was hesitant, but I think she trusts in my ability to execute.
And you've checked out Jackson besides the actual building that you bought. What are some of the things you liked as you looked around Jackson?
Bright Walls is awesome. We actually have, I know that program's been ended, but if, I would love we have the biggest wall in the city. And so, if they ever reopen it, sign me up.
Yeah, that wall actually used to be windows, and it was going to be an addition.
Third tower.
Do you ever see that? Because there's a concrete.
I don't see anything with that in the near future,
Okay.
but maybe a decade down the line, we can do something with that.
Well, we have you're hosting a reception
Yes.
for
For
Surge.
Surge,
Tell us
yes.
about that.
Well, it's from 5:30 to 7:30 Thursday night. And he's going to do a little 10-minute presentation, and then there'll be questions and answers segment as long as people want to stay. And he wants to answer.
The food, you're usually here with David Girding.
Yes.
And David's now going to, well, you could teach culinary class in your school.
That was, yes.
Oh,
I had
absolutely.
ideas around that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
David's gone up to the Career Center. But
He
he's
is
still
teaching,
part
but
of you.
he's also a part of us. He'll probably always be a part of us, but he'll still be around.
He will. He's got all the recipes.
He
up here.
has the recipes, and he's my best friend. So he's on speed dial all the time.
Well, very exciting.
It is.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's awesome. Sounds like you have a lot of cool plans. We'll be anxious to see them play out. And welcome to Jackson.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's invited Thursday to meet Serge at the Commonwealth Commerce Center in the City View Ballroom from 5:30 to 7:30. Day after tomorrow.
I know. This year's flying by.
Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks.
Thanks, Serge. Nice to meet
Thank you.
Thank you.
The new owner of CCC, the Commonwealth Commerce Center, Serge Torka, and Banquet and Corporate Manager Jennifer Lindahl.